Hello, and you're listening to the AI Moment with me, Jonathan Wagstaff.
And me, Danny Denhard.
And this is the podcast where we deliver AI advice for business leaders in bite-sized chunks.
Hi, everyone. Today's episode is how to learn exec AI in 5 days. Jonathan and I are often asked how to get into AI as an executive. So let's dive in. The recommendations I make are very simple, and it's deliberately simple just so people can feel comfortable and confident. So the way I explain it is most people try and replace what they're doing, so Googling, with an LLM tool or a Claude or a Chat or any of the other tools like Gemini. And what I say to people is if you can go out and set up a free account, choose one tool that's good for you. For most people, I say, ChatGPT or, go to chat.com, create a free account, or if you go to Claude, or if you've got a workspace account through Google, you choose Gemini. You can go in, set up that free account, and first thing to do is add it to your phone because that's where you naturally are using different technologies. And then understand how you can start searching and replacing things. So I actually there's two parts to this one. I give people the frameworks that Google and Microsoft have provided, and then I actually start a 5-day plan for people or recommend ways just to use it. So if you really want to learn something at the beginning, go to YouTube because it's got phenomenal amounts of content on there to begin with. But Microsoft have prompt guides, so do Google. But what I say to people is create a little plan, a 5-day plan to get you confident in using the tools. So day one, I tend to suggest pick a topic, any topic, and help me, so type into the search bar, help me understand X about Y. So I'll give an example. Someone recently was trying to understand the pricing of their product, and they want to understand if they could do a better job or AI could help them. So I said, let's take a conjoint analysis and go on to ChatGPT or chat.com and then ask the question, so how do I roll this out within my business? So it gives you something that's really tangible, something that's happened in your business, and then it can be replaced. And the answers will, probably a 5 or a 6 out of 10. And then have the confidence that it's going to be able to help you. And then day 2, I say to them, especially for middle or upper management, I say, help me plan an offsite with my team. Give it some context to say, it's 11-person offsite, designed to connect my leadership team. We need to brainstorm and come up with H2 or Q3, Q4 goals. And what that does is it gives people the confidence. It gives them something that they could brainstorm with other people, but it gives them something that they could go away, consider themselves, and then rehash or repackage in their way. Day 3, I say, basically help me brainstorm on something, help me engage with my leadership team on AI. Because the one thing people don't do is they don't use AI within AI. So they don't get AI tools to write prompts for them, which is the easiest way to cheat and get ahead. Day 4, it can be something as simple as suggest different ways or a different approach to X or Y. Give it context. This is my problem, or this is something I'm trying to achieve. Help me in a different way, or what different approach will help me receive or, get better results. And then day 5, I say, help me create a template based on these common work streams. So something that you do over and over again is really boring or repetitive, and get them to help write a template or pull it down into a template so you can just keep filling out. And these aren't groundbreaking. And some of these you could do a Google search, but what this helps you do is achieve it in 5 days, helps you pick a tool, and helps you show that you actually understand a business problem and you've collaborated with a tool that can help you move forward. They're really easy ways to do it, and you can do it across the different tools, but I would say choose one, chat.com or Claude or Gemini, and really start working day to day in it and set yourself a little goal. How does that compare with yours, Jonathan?
Well, I'm completely on board what you've said there, Dan. The other thing I would say to people, if you're really at the start of your journey with this stuff, as you say, you go to, say, chatgpt.com, you create your free account, go and play with a couple of things So to start with, maybe not necessarily in a work context, but, if you go to the gym a lot, say to it, well, I'm a 45-year-old man and I want to lose 10 pounds and I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week. do me a workout plan and see what you get back. Or maybe if you're into cooking, here's what's in my fridge, create me a recipe. Just start to get used to its creativity and what it can do for you. I think the very first thing I did back in November 22, when it first emerged the first time, and I first got my hands on it, my daughter was next to me and she was doing a history homework. So I just said to it, write me 600 words on the 6 wives of Henry VIII, because that was what was top of mind. And it wrote me this beautiful, and I thought, wow, your first experience with it, first time you see it, was wow. So I think one of the things to encourage people to get used to it is to just play a little bit with the subject. It might not be work related. It might be, it might be recipes. It might be gym, as I said. It could be anything. We've been to fishing or reading or, these are the authors I like. Recommend me 10 good authors that are similar to the ones I like. Those kind of things, just to get used to using it. And then, as you say, I love your 5-day plan, just to get somebody into it from a business context. Just steps along the journey of start to use it for business.
Yeah, your example of authors is perfect. I've got a whole Jack Carr series behind me, basically because it's recommended on a podcast I listened to. And then I went on and said, I've read XYZ, I listened to so-and-so on Audible. Who would you recommend? And Jack Carr came out and I was obsessed. So perfect use case.
Yep. Brilliant.
So if we were to wrap up for people, we recommend to download the app onto your phone. We recommend, writing down 5 areas that you probably would like help with professionally and personally, and just to do some testing. I always say to people who are really early on in their journey, it's all about testing and learning, and just and understand how much time it could save you, how truthful are the answers, so how much do you believe them, and should you double check them, and how trustworthy is it? Would you have put your name to it if you had to do it? You had to send it in a work situation, but these are all ways I think are super simple. And if you want to take the 5-day plan, we'll share that in the show notes. Anything else, Jonathan?
Yeah, I'd add 2 things. I'd say to remember it's natural language. So if you're typing, just type in your natural language. Type in English, or if you're in England, obviously abroad, in your natural language. Number 1, and number 2, to your point about the phone app, that's voice reco. So the beauty of the phone app is you can just talk to it. And I know people who do nothing but talk. They don't type into AI at all. They just use the voice reco system. So yeah, that would be my advice to is to go and play with it. Go and make yourself aware of it and play with it.
Exactly. Right. Until next time, Jonathan.
Okay. Good to see you, my friend. Cheers.
Thanks for listening today. If you've got any questions or any feedback, have a look in the show notes and we'll happily come back to you.